One of our essential needs is clean drinking water. The reality is we can go for weeks without food. We can go for days without sleep. Under significantly challenging environmental circumstances, even hours without clean water could be fatal. For those of us that are used to living someplace where the internet is readily abundant, it's also tempting to think that our access to clean drinking water is guaranteed. However, all we have to do is see what is going on in areas that have been devastated by natural disasters to see that there's no guarantee that you're going to have access to clean drinking water at any given point in time. So what does this mean? It means you need to have the skill set to guarantee your own access to drinking water. Coming up on a creek or a stream may seem like a good location to get water from. But you have to ask yourself, what am I downstream from? What might be floating in that water? The reality is, even if we are getting water off the top of a pristine mountain, we are still risking being exposed to dangerous pathogens. This means we need some way of purifying water. There are three principal ways to purify water. The first is by boiling. The second is some kind of means of filtration, and the third is chemically. The most effective means of purifying water is to boil it. However, in an emergency situation, boiling requires a couple of things that we may or may not have. First, it requires us to have enough fuel to bring that water up to boiling, and second, it means that we need to have time both for that water to boil and for that water to cool down and be drinkable. In order for us to boil a sufficient volume of water for ourselves and other members of our group to be able to drink, we need to have quite a bit of fuel. Other than boiling, our next option is filtration. A water filter like this one is designed for you to use a dirty water bag filled with water that you then filter into a container for your drinking. The nice thing about the water filter is that it allows you to filter out particles down to bacteria size. It will filter out not only sediment, but also bacteria, microorganisms, things like that. It makes your water clean and pure to drink, and because of the carbon filtration process, it actually makes it reasonably tasty. Additionally, because you can carry dirty water with you, you are not restricted to being stuck in a specific spot. Meaning that if you need to get down to where the water is, fill up your dirty water bag and continue moving, you can keep filtering while that's happening. In addition to filtration, there's also chemical water treatment. On the left, we have iodine treatment. On the right, we have a product called Aquamira. Both of these are chemical water treatment options. The thing with chemical water treatment is that it does nothing to remove sediment or any other small particulate matter in your water. What it will do is kill off any microorganisms, any bacteria, things along those lines. The additional aspect with chemical water treatment is that it takes time, much like with your boiled water where you need to have the time to boil it and then have it cool. With chemical water treatment, it takes roughly 20 minutes for either of these types of water treatment mechanisms to take effect. Iodine is by far the least expensive option out there for purifying water. You can find iodine water purification tablets in big box stores, in camping supply stores, in even drugstores in many areas, or using recipes you can make your own tincture out of commercially available drugstore type iodine. If we contrast boiling or chemical water treatment with filtration, the thing that I like about filtration is that it is immediate. As soon as the water comes out of the filter, it's drinkable. You have an immediate clean source of water. The downside is it does take time to filter a large amount of water. For less than $50, you can provide yourself with the ability to both filter water and chemically purify water. These are essential pieces of equipment to have, whether it be in your camping, hiking, backpacking gear, or simply as part of a home readiness kit, a disaster preparedness kit. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like, subscribe, share the channel, let people know what we're doing here at Adult Academy. Check out our podcast, Apes and Pants, both on YouTube and on iTunes. If you're interested in picking up any of the gear that I talked about in this video, you can go ahead, down in the description, I've got links to Amazon where you can purchase some of this gear, and if you purchase it by following those Amazon links, you also support the show. As always, there's no more valuable resource any of us have than our time. Thanks for taking a little bit of yours out today to spend it with me. Cheers.